In 1980 at the time, all of this was going on with Ronnie Griffith. Bobby also opened his own label called O Records.
So we started O Records, which is a small company. We put out a record called Barbie and the Kents, and another record called The I Spies, and both went into the dance charts right away. The distributor was a guy in Connecticut. He had a pizza shop out front with a spare room in the back to sell records. Both charted in the charts. We sold 80 records. I wasn't making any money. The only way I was making money, we used to go to downtown to the Greek section and gamble with them, that I could do more push-ups than whoever the toughest Greek at the time was. I had hair down to my waist and looked like Tiny Tim. Everybody put up their $10, and I would get down there on one finger and do 100 push-ups. When the Greek guy would start or fall down, we would collect our money. That's how I made a living for that whole period of time.
He put out a mini LP, Barbie and the Kents, with 4 songs, Pay My Bills, Uptown Downtown Cruising, Just a Gigolo, I'm Not Your Stepping Stone, in 1980 for Vanguard. Another mini LP that was released for O Records, Ottawan, Hello Rio, Help, Get Me Some Help. And Disco Bobby Orlando was the executive producer in 1981, The I Spies Change of Life with the voice of Bruce. The next one, The Letter by Gomez Presley, Wendell Morrison, the lead vocals. Bobby Orlando in 1981 was the executive producer for the group Blimpie and the Heavies, and it was also produced by Joe Rotundo and remixed by Mark Berry. Blimpie was the lead vocals, Joe Rotundo, guitar Sean O'Bees, drums Yehudi Zaftig synthesizer. The songs were All Alone in the Night, Stephen Gray, Photographer of Men, What the Hell Am I Working For, and Sniffin' Panties.
Getting tired of running around, getting sick of living fancy. Gotta try other parts of town, gotta move to a broken down shanty. Wanna spend all my time just getting high, living panties.
4 people that were very important in Bobby Orlando's musical career. Paul Mineo, who always helped Bobby when he released the album for the group The Now. He was his mentor. Unfortunate he's not with us anymore. Joe Laudato was the manager for the Flirts. He acquired the publishing rights to Rolling Stone magazine in Italy prior to deciding to come to the United States. Joe Laudato was a prominent Italian songwriter and was hoping to make a go of it here. Between 1970 and 1980, he was involved in managing Rexine Allen, country singer Rex Allen's daughter, Fred Travalena, Phil Faust, Barbara Wilson, Eddie Kendricks, and others. But in 1980, he met Bobby O. Since then, he managed The Flirts. Other projects included O Romeo, Waterfront Home. Joe just wrote a great new book, The Story of Pino Daniele, La Storia Mai Raccontata. Joe lives in Italy.
It was a blessing when I met Joe Laudato. Back in the early '80s, yes, he helped me manage all my artists. There was times that I needed to make a phone call and he let me use his cell in his office because I didn't have one. Joe Laudato was the personal manager from The Flirts and O Romeo and co-owner of The Flirts.
Danny O'Connor started working for Bobby Orlando for O Vanguard Records in 1981, and he left in 1985 to produce a record for Holly Oas and work for Man to Man. Danny O'Connor was born in San Bernardino, California, and went to San Gorgonio High School and studied art and art history at California State University. San Bernardino in the early '80s moved to New York and started working promotions coordinator at O and Vanguard Records for Bobby Orlando. Now he lives in Chicago and works at Fig Media Inc. and he's married.